Okay, can I show you something that's become one of the most used appliances in our kitchen lately? Because if you're anything like me, there are days when dinner feels a little chaotic. You're trying to make the main dish, keep an eye on the sides, and somehow still have time to sit down with your family before the night is over. I wasn't really looking for another kitchen appliance, but after using the Ninja Foodi XL Pro Air Oven for a while now, I completely understand why so many people love it. What surprised me the most was the size. Pictures don't really do it justice. This isn't a tiny countertop oven. It's large enough to fit a whole 5-pound chicken, two 12-inch pizzas, or even a turkey for holiday meals. And for our family, that's been incredibly convenient. One night I made a whole roasted chicken with vegetables, and being able to cook everything at the same time made dinner feel so much easier. That's actually one of my favorite features, the 2-level cooking. There's a rear heat source and true surround convection, so the hot air circulates throughout the oven, which means you don't have to constantly rotate trays or move things around halfway through cooking. I know that sounds like a small thing, but when you're busy, every little bit of convenience helps. It also has 8 different cooking functions built in. You can air fry, whole roast, air roast, bake, broil, make pizza, toast bread, and even toast bagels. Lately we've been using it for homemade pizzas on the weekends, roasted vegetables during the week, and air-fried chicken when we want something crispy without pulling out multiple pans. And speaking of air frying, I like that it gives food that crispy texture people enjoy while using less oil compared to traditional deep frying. Another feature I didn't expect to appreciate as much as I do is the digital display. It actually tells you where to place your racks depending on what you're cooking. So if you're new to countertop ovens, it takes away a lot of the guesswork. Plus, if you open the door to check on your food, the settings stay exactly where they are. It's little things like that that make using it feel really intuitive. One question I see a lot is whether it can actually handle family meals. In our experience, yes. We've cooked enough food for dinner with leftovers for the next day, and that's always a win in my book. Another thing worth mentioning is cleanup. I try to wipe it down while it's still warm, not hot, and it usually takes less than a minute. The crumb tray comes out easily, the racks are removable, and warm water with dish soap has worked well for most of our cleaning. For tougher spots, I found that a little baking soda paste helps. If you're planning on using it often, I definitely recommend giving it a quick wipe after each use. It makes a big difference over time. Lately, I've also been experimenting with different recipes. We've made roasted potatoes, garlic bread, salmon, and even breakfast bagels. I still have a long list of things I want to try, including cinnamon rolls and sheet pan meals. And honestly, I think that's my favorite part. It's one of those appliances that encourages you to get creative in the kitchen. Now, is it going to completely replace every appliance you own? Probably not. But if you're trying to simplify dinner, save some time during the week, and make cooking feel a little less overwhelming, I can definitely see why people enjoy having it. At the end of the day, I think most of us are just looking for practical solutions that make life a little easier. More time with our families, fewer dishes, and less standing around waiting for dinner to finish cooking. For us, this has been a really helpful addition to our kitchen, and I can already tell it's going to keep getting plenty of use throughout the year. If you've been considering a countertop oven and you're looking for something with a larger capacity and multiple cooking functions, this might be worth adding to your list to compare.